Creation PK classes by Prashant sir. Subscribe this channel, press the bell icon.
Hello Chhatra Mitro, I am Prashant. I have welcome in Sync Creation PK classes, and today we are going to see class 6 lesson 6 Janpadas and Mahajanpadas history Maharashtra board. Let's watch to learn. Hey Chhatra Mitro, in this lesson you will know about Janpadas, Mahajanpadas, how did Magad rise to his glory. Then there is a chapter of the Vedic civilization. It will help you to understand the basic ideas behind the story of Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Please go and watch the video. We have provided the link in description box and it will appear as a card. Then when you watch previous series, it will help you to understand history. All links of this series videos are given in description box. Hey Chhatra Mitro, in the previous lesson, the Vedic civilization, you have already known about the Janpadas, how it is formed. In the Vedic period, each village had a head known as Gramini. A group of villages formed a Vish whose head was called Vishpati. Several Vish formed a Jana. Later, when the Jana settled into a specific region, it came to be known as Janpada. The head of the Jana was known as a Nirip or a Raja, in English king. Now in the lesson Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Janpadas means a land of people. The period between 1000 BC to 600 BC is regarded as the post-Vedic period. And in this period, that is the Janpadas came into existence. Janpadas were the many small states that spread from today's Afghanistan, which is to the northwest of the Indian subcontinent, to Bengal and Odisha in the east, and to Maharashtra in the south. The Janpadas called Asmak occupied a part of today's Maharashtra. The names of these Janpadas can be found in Sanskrit, Pali and Ardha Magthi literature. There are two types of Janpadas. Number 1, monarchy, and number 2, republic. Monarchy, rule of a single person, kingship. Number 2, republic. Some Janpadas had a Gan Parishad of senior citizens. Members of the Gan Parishad came together for discussion and made decisions regarding to administrative issues. The place where the decisions took place was known as a Santhagar. Gautam Buddha hailed from the Sakya Republic. Every Janpadas had its own coinage. Let's start with summary. Point number 1, Janpadas. The period between 1000 BC to 600 BC is regarded as the post-Vedic period. There were many small states scattered from Afghanistan in the northwest to Bihar, West Bengal and Odisha in the east and Maharashtra in the south. These small states were known as Janpadas. Janpadas were monarchies or republics. Some Janpadas had Gan Parishad which met in Santhagar. Every Janpadas had its own coinage. Point number 2, Mahajanpadas. Some Janpadas gradually became stronger and expanded their geographical boundaries. Such 16 Janpadas came to be known as Mahajanpadas. Some Mahajanpadas had monarchy. Kosal, Vatsa, Avanti and Magad were important Mahajanpadas. Point number 3. Kausal. Kausal was located at the foothills of the Himalayas. Its capital was Shravasti. The Kausal king Prasenjit was a contemporary of Gautam Buddha and Bardhaman Mahavir. He was an able general. Point number 4. Vatsa. The capital of Vats was Kausambi, later known as Kosam. We learn about the brave Vatsa king Udyan from the Buddhist literature and the Sanskrit plays of Bhasa. Vatsa was known for its fine cotton textiles. Point number 5. Avanti. Ujjaini was the capital of Avanti and well-known trade center. Padyot was one of the important kings of Avanti. Point number 6. Magad. Magad was spread across the basin of the Ganga and the Son. Rajgrih was the capital of Magad. King Bimbisar undertook the expansion of Magad. Ajatasattu, the son of Bimbisar, continued the expansion of Magad. He was a contemporary of Gautam Buddha and embraced Buddhism. King Sisunag brought nearly the whole of the North India under the Magad domination. Point number 7. Nanda dynasty. Under the Nanda dynasty, Magad expanded into a vast empire. The Nanda kings set up an administrative system suitable to govern their vast empire. They also kept a fourfold army. Dhananand was the last of the Nanda kings. Chandragupta Maurya ended the Nanda rule. Let's start question answer. Number 1. Answer in one sentence. Question number 1. What is meant by Janpadas? Answer. The small states that came into existence in North India in the post-Vedic period were known as Janpadas. Question number 2. What is meant by Mahajanpadas? Answer. Those strong Janpadas which became expansionist and enlarged their geographical area were known as Mahajanpadas. Third, where was the first Buddhist council held? Answer. The first Buddhist council was held at Rajgrih. Question number 4. Who introduced the system of standard weights and measures? Answer. The system of standardized weights and measures was introduced by the rulers of Nanda dynasty. Number 2. Can you name the following? Question number 1. Some part of today's Maharashtra was occupied by these Janpadas. Answer. Asmak. Question number 2. This was an assembly of the senior citizen of a Janpad. Answer. Gan Parishad. Number 3. This was the venue of discussion. Answer. Santhagar. Question number 4. Gautam Buddha belonged to these Janpadas. Answer. Sakya. Question number 5. They had a 4-column army. Answer. Nanda, king of Magad. Question number 3. Match the following. Answer is given. Number 1. Sangati, Buddhist Parishad Council. Number 2. Dhananand. Answer. Nanda king. Number 3. Patligram. Answer. Ajatasattu. Question number 4. Make a table showing the various kingdoms in the Indian subcontinent and their capitals. In the table chart, the answer is in green font. I hope you will write down in your notebook. Thank you very much watching till end.